Good morning. I hope you're doing well. What's happening today? Everybody all right in Gangsterland? It's actually not morning. It's afternoon. And why am I late? Because I felt like not good this morning. A couple days ago, my eyes started getting sore. Like I had some kind of... I don't normally have allergies. I never had allergies in my life. But my eyes started getting sore. Like the eyelids were... my eyes were dry, my eyelids were sore. So I got some eye drops, just like a solution, not for allergy type stuff. And it worked. It was great. Every couple hours I put a couple drops in, it was fine. Then it got a little worse, so I've got some for allergies. Put that in, and it was great. Sting a little bit, but it was good. And then yesterday it got worse again. But my sinuses were dry, so dry that it was like giving me a headache. You know, you could feel like pain up in here in my forehead. I'm like, what is going on? And then yesterday I went to bed, and I went to bed at 10 o'clock. I wanted to go to bed early. So 10 o'clock's early for me. So I went to bed at 10 o'clock, woke up at 1 o'clock with that pain in my sinuses so strong that I couldn't sleep. I'd sleep for like 5 minutes, wake up. Sleep for 5 minutes, wake up. And did that from 1 o'clock all the way till about 6, maybe 5:36. And then slept for about 2 hours. But I think that happened because I took an antihistamine tablet for like allergies so I could sleep, which dried my sinuses completely out. So that was even worse. So I stopped taking that. And then today I got a little bit of a runny nose. Is it a cold? I have no idea what it is. It's better today. This morning I was terrible because I kept waking up. But I napped a lot today. I slept for like half an hour, wake up, potter about, lay down again, sleep. But it's, whatever it was, seems to be better now. I wouldn't say it's gone, but you know, my nose is okay, my sinuses feel better, my eyes aren't so dry. But I know some people with allergies, and they said their allergies are bad right now, so maybe there's something in the air. I don't know, I have no idea. So what's happening with the new birdhouse? I've seen somebody look in the side one on the right, just poke their head in and come back out. But I've not seen anybody going in and out regular yet. But like I said, it takes 2 or 3 days before they'll feel comfortable about it. When I was feeding the birds this morning, you know, most mornings when I go in there, I try not to go inside. I have a door on the side where I can do their food, and then I just squirt the water through the fence to, you know, drain it and then top it back up. Try not to go in too much. But you know, every day I look on the floor. When the Avery was young, and they were young in there, so what I mean by that, you know, they're stuck in a little tiny cage. So there's no mating, there's no laying eggs, there's no doing mother-father things, right? So when it come time to, you know, I put nesting boxes in there, and what happened? They didn't know how to mother, they didn't know how to father because they weren't given the chance to do that. So often you see they would kick a baby out the nest, and I'd go in there and I'd put it back in the nest and I'd kick it out and I'd put it back in, and then eventually they'd leave it in there and it would grow up and be fine. But I don't know if they kicked them out or they jumped out or what, but after a while they said it all settled down and everything was fine. But I used to just look inside every day, make sure there's nobody on the floor. Well, this morning I looked on the floor and seen a surprise. Have a look at this. We've got a snake here. Can you see him? It's a look at him go upside backwards. Look at that. He's got a lizard in his mouth, a baby lizard. No, not a baby, a normal sized one. But I don't want him in there with the birds. See him got him now? He's got a lizard, holding the lizard and twisted up. It's a green viper. I don't know how he got in there, but I gotta try to get him out. You see him curled up down there. He's got his breakfast. So I'm gonna try to get him out of here. So that was a bit of a shock. He wouldn't leave because he had that little lizard in his mouth and he wouldn't let it go. But when I went in with my little things I made to try to catch the small snakes to get him out of there, that's the first time I've seen one inside. But those little lizards go in there. They don't bother the birds and the birds don't bother them, but the snakes like the little lizards. And if the snake wanted to, he could have got one of the birds, but I guess they're too big for him. Actually way too big for his. If you look at the size of his head and the size of a budgie, he's never going to swallow that. But he got one of those little lizards. Anyway, I went in there to get him out and he dropped the lizard and ran. Green viper. Another damn paradise. Back from the market. Nothing exciting to see today, so I didn't record anything. The only thing was, remember I showed you the dogs going into the shop? They sleep outside of 7-Eleven, and then at night, you know what dogs are like, they start to wake up. And then they wander inside 7-Eleven to cool down. Nobody says anything to them, they just wander around. Funny. You know, I got, there's a mushroom combination thing that's supposed to help to build your immune system, so I bought one of those. And it's like, I think 7 mushrooms it's called. Something like that. And it tastes like 7 mushrooms. But I think, I still don't know if it's allergies or a cold. I think it's slowly turning into a cold, I'm not sure. But you know when you start to feel a bit clammy and stuff, so maybe that's what it is. But the way it started off with just my eyes sore. It's a little bit boring today, I'm sorry. Don't feel on top of the world. I could have videoed me sleeping. I don't think you want to look at that. But I didn't sleep good last night at all, as I said to you earlier. I woke up this morning and you know, fed everybody and then fed myself. Went and laid on the bed and slept for an hour, woke up, slept a half an hour, woke up, slept an hour, woke up. Feel a lot better now, but I'm not going to take that allergy thing again, no way. Because it dried my sinuses out so much it gave me a headache. It was like painful. You know, it's like right inside here, all up the side of my head, extremely painful. I think that's why I didn't sleep last night. So I'm not going to take another one. They're just allergy tablets I bought, 5 years ago. I bought them in Walmart. Equate, you know, the alternative brand. But it's, you know, 5 years old, but they still work. So I managed to get some, I got some more food for the dogs. And I bought my evening meal. Cow pat guy. What is cow pat guy? Cow is rice, pak is vegetables, guy is chicken. So it's with some other herbs and bits and pieces of this and that. That's my go-to meal when I don't feel like eating. What do you think of that snake this morning? I'm like, how did he get in here? But so when I watched him leave, you know, I went to get him with that stick I got. He just shot through the wall. I mean, literally, it's like super fast. Shot straight through the hole in the side. But he's too small to bother the birds. But he gets the lizards that hide in there. Green viper. Somebody said they eat. I guess they can eat small birds, maybe baby birds or something like that. Amazing how they can climb, though. Do you see how he pushed his body up? He had his head at the bottom, pushed his body up, locked on something, and pulled himself up. Amazing. Tomorrow I got a guy coming to cut the grass. I usually like to do everything, but I feel like, so I got somebody to come tomorrow to cut the grass. I think while he's cutting the grass, if I feel okay, I'm going to do the rest of these pineapples. Take them out, trim them back, and then they can cut the grass that's around the pots. You know, I was speaking to you the other day about hitting the bell. You know, if you wish to describe, please hit the bell so you can watch. You know, the other stuff I produce. But sometimes you know, like when you don't feel good, the creativeness that I have goes to sleep. It's like, so I hope when I feel better, I'll go out and create something spectacular. Another beautiful evening in paradise. Okay guys, time to sign off. Look after yourselves. Buckets of blessings. Rivers of joy, peace, and kindness. Hug somebody. Look after yourselves. All the very best.